Well, I suppose with that kind of success, you could certainly spin it that way for flavor. I would not give you a bonus to hit, though. You would be operating with only one arm.
That's okay.
So she leaps out the passenger side window.
Oh, wait, right. My apologies. Dodging a gunshot requires that you give up your turn.
Damn.
Basically, you dive for cover outside the passenger side, you know, the front window, and end your turn there. Somehow having dove through the window, which was miraculously opened through the power of 10.
Well, you gotta hang out, you know.
Yeah,
windows
hang
open.
out. Everyone else definitely heard that gunshot, but it's gonna take you at least 5 turns, if not more, to get out there and inspect the situation.
Well, Potman's gonna start sprinting that direction.
Okay.
Yep.
I guess we're all sprinting that way.
Just do the way. Well, with that in mind, while Kat is picking herself off the ground, the man will say, I thought I had that one, as he walks forward a bit, still within point blank, and he fires a second shot. I forgot to add the +1 again. That's going to be a 16, 4 degrees of success.
But I actually have my full action versus that, don't I?
You do have your full acrobatics, yeah.
Oh. Can I do it?
No penalty versus that one.
Can I do it?
That is only 3 degrees of success, so you chop him down so that he doesn't get the increased damage rolled. But that does still hit. And let me go ahead and check his damage. Make sure that I got this right, because I don't want to fuck it up. Alright. 8 times 4. This will be multiplied by 2 because it's a bullet. That's 24 points of damage. As the bullet punctures through your torso. Actually, that should have a added 1 to the multiplier as well. It's 3 times 5, 15 times 2 is 30. 30 points of damage.
That puts me into -1.
Okay.
-2.
Oh.
Let me...
As I'm falling, though. Dude,
No.
you dick.
You dick!
I never should have trusted men.
Mom told me not to trust you!
Well, I guess
specifically.
Let's see here. Well, it's not required that you make a, let's see here.
It's just a consciousness test at this point.
Yeah, just a consciousness test. 0 points or below, the character is knocked down, stunned, and semi-conscious. A willpower and constitution test is necessary for the character to get back on her feet. Such a test is penalized by the amount which she is reduced below 0. So 1d10 plus willpower plus con minus 1. Kat manages to stay conscious, but with her using her turn to dodge, she remains without a turn in which to act.
I think it leaves you pretty fucked up on the ground, too.
Oh, yeah.
Which case, with his third turn, while everyone else is still running, because it's a third, you know, it's a second shot that they've heard, he gets close a bit again and says, "Sorry, my dear, but really, you should have had more sense." And he will fire another...
Yes, even with the +1.
Wow, this
with the
guy's
+1.
really bad at shooting.
And that's just going to be his arrogance there shining through as he went for an execution shot. Because in some divine faith, perhaps something smiles upon Kat, maybe her parents. She's got a chance because she doesn't have to make a fucking dodge. And I'm not going to...
Semi-conscious.
A character reduced to less than 5 life points is severely hurt. It will be difficult to do anything unless the character is driven by adrenaline to pushing yourself. I think you about to die means that you don't have to be afraid. I think you're pushed by adrenaline for this. I'm going to say that you don't take a penalty if you want to attack.
Are testicles considered a vital point?
Yes?
Yes.
I am taking a testicle shot with a bat.
Even though he shot you, I'm
Dude, low blow.
Oh.
Low blow.
That's a man speaking right there, that's for sure. Alright, let's see whether he can actually get out of the way of that himself.
Can he?
10.
And if not, whether he has the testicular fortitude to withstand it.
He can. He, despite his horrific shot, which makes him, like, blink for a minute and go, "The fuck was that?" As basically Cat stands up and tries to send the baseball bat into his groin, he, rather easily and carefree steps back, avoiding the shot. Alright, let's see. 2, 3, and everyone else is still running. Let's see here. It will definitely end up being Fletch who reaches the situation first before Trusty, Tony, or Eugene. Let me go ahead and make another attack roll for him. He's like, must be an off day for me. Gonna factor in the +1 correctly that time.
Yeah.
Down.
That is enough. That is 4 degrees success. As basically Cat just continues to somehow dodge a fucking bullet.
No, it's... I don't know.
Yeah.
Rules are different for bullets.
Rules are different for bullets. It does, like, consume her entire turn, which is...
I think there are modifiers based on how easy it is to find cover, but nah.
Possibly.
We're not that tactical.
That's not tactical, that's by the book, but who cares?
You can duck for cover. Ducking for cover uses dodge or dexterity. You can jump behind cover in time to avoid the shot.
It would just be jumping around the other side of the car. So we're just sort of
basically like dancing around the car. I like it. It's the only possible explanation. It's good. This will be the last turn before Fletch manages to get onto basically outside the side entrance area. Okay, I can't fucking believe this. It's another shot. Alright.
Gonna flip him off as I go around the corner.
Yeah, that in mind. Ryan, I want you to roll initiative for me. That in mind. You will act last because you do not have fast reaction time. Fletch manages to dart outside the side entrance.
I was planning on hitting the edge of the door and using that as cover to look out. But
sure, you can definitely do that too. Door area.
Especially with gunshots, I don't just want to run out into the open.
Yeah, yeah. Definitely taking a look out. It looks like Kat is bleeding from her torso as she's dancing around, like, say, when I'll say the driver's side of the car. And standing on the other side, slowly stalking her, is a man with a rather cool and calm composure in spite of everything, who has like an almost like look of disbelief, like, I can't believe this is fucking happening to me. Are you serious? Like, you know, and
this guy is experiencing the stupid situation that gets you killed after you've survived everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Gun in his hand. Fletch is fairly familiar with gun. Looks like it's a .45 caliber handgun that he's got.
Oh, I was under the impression it was much larger.
No. It's larger than a .22, but not that massive. It's not like a Magnum.
I was betting on a Taurus. I lost.
Otherwise, Cat would have some serious problems. Do you need to continue making rolls for
Do I?
like staying conscious? Let me take a look.
Survival rolls.
No, I need to, you know, rule that I need to brush up on. We'll go ahead and add some dramatic tension into this.
Yeah, we don't typically get down that low.
That's right. 0 points low. Does not require you to keep rolling. I would... I did say you were being motivated through the power of adrenaline to not suffer penalties. Is it? Oh, man. Alright, well, let's see here. Alright.
Gonna be an Indian giver? You gonna take it back?
Nope, not gonna... Fuck this, then. Let's go ahead and, he's gonna stand there and smoothly, perhaps daring you to hit him. He's going to aim. I will go ahead and add that secret, which basically means it's Cat's turn. On the other side of the vehicle.
He is going after me, though.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're going for it.
Okay.
We're going for it. You know, let's really go for it. I'm gonna go for his head.
Okay. Well, looks like a headshot.
What head?
Well, let me go ahead and check something.
That'll be multiplied yet again, too.
It does have another one, doesn't it?
Blunt damage is doubled.
Yeah, should be 70.
Really? Mind you, I've never done melee damage in this game, so I wouldn't know, but hey, I'll trust you on that one.
Mind you, you've never done melee damage. I know, right?
Yeah,
Craziness.
blunt damage is doubled and slashing or piercing is tripled.
Against
bullet
humans?
damage. Yeah, bullet damage is modified by 2 levels. So the normal times 2 becomes times 4 as well.
And here he just thought you were a cripple. Well, Chris, you can go ahead and give me a description. There has not been any single human that has been created in this game who has 70 life points. I suppose I should roll for him.
He could survive it. Not for long, though.
Nah, he's
Oh.
dead.
To his head?
Yeah.
Cat, being on the other side of the car, clambers up it, pushes a foot into the windshield, not shattering, but causing it to spider glass.
What windshield?
Jumps over and crushes his head down, smashing it to small pieces, and then continues to beat on the body for about 30 seconds as the rest of the group will get closer. Screaming
All
the
the while bleeding out of a crippling abdominal wound.
Exactly.
Through the sheer power of adrenaline.
Followed by kind of passing out and pushing against her stomach right afterwards.
Well, Fletch, you get to see all that.
It's very reminiscent of the house situation.
Didn't have to be this way.
It really didn't. He could have kept walking.
Yeah.
He could have.
Didn't have to be like this.
Those are his dying words.
Those are his dying words.
Yep.
He's dying.
Takes the bat to the side of the head, and as he's passing out to die.
Why did I aim? How did she keep dodging me?
Dude, he kept missing some of those.
Unless Fletch takes the 45 before Trusty Tony gets there.
I would look to, and you can have some 9mm ammo if you want.
That's fair trade. I'll take it. But Trusty Tony's more interest. Trusty Tony's more like, Cat. Does anyone here know how to do first aid?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I think I know how this goes. You just stuff a lot of gauze in there and then wrap it up with medical tape, right?
Exactly.
That's how it's been done to him every time. Alright, so Potman will try to make a first aid roll. He's not amazing at it, but he has the skill.
Okay. Yeah, this will be at a -1 penalty for you.
Right, where is it? First aid, 1 point. So that's intelligence plus first aid?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright. That is enough to push Cat to 0 life points as well as stabilize Cat. Meaning that there's no failure of a survival test, which means that there's no need for medical resuscitation. So Cat has been stabilized.
Alright, Potman says as much. She should be safe to move, too. Just if she gets hurt again.
I didn't notice him put a car bomb on, and the whole thing explodes.
Yeah, you're not looking too good there.
She's pretty much passed out at this point, so
Pretty much.
Alright. As for possible things, you guys will have to go back to scavenging to finish out Trusty Tony's 2 successes. What you folks end up finding in regards to weapons, you've got, among the group there, you've got, we'll say, 7 small knives, and then 8 large knives. And then you have 3... Let's see, what guns are they? Right. There's 3 9mm pistols. And there's 20 9mm bullets.
Yoink. I'll take half of that.
In regards to, like, the actual, like, buildings themselves, they're pretty barren. You do end up finding, let's see here, 5 rations in the buildings. Some cloth, a few jackets, stuff like that. Cloth jackets, backpacks, little bicycle helmets, box of animal crackers, 3D Doritos.
Hey, bicycle helmet.
Yep.
3D Doritos.
Minor knickknacks, stuff like that. Regards the actual gentleman who is now missing his head, which is great because it was hurting over the incredible disbelief over the situation of how, through the combat rules of all flesh must be eaten, he could not kill someone point-blank range with a gun.
Who was in critical condition already.
She was hurt.
She
had
was
a
in
weak
critical
feel.
condition.
Well, it was not impairing her ability to aim with the bat.
Or
on
to
him-
dodge out of the car.
Or to dodge out of a car. B-rated action movie shit right there that we can tell all of your children.
Hey, whoa. She wasn't hurt yet when she dodged out of the car.
She was still hurt from the last injury, along with the
She was-
crippled arm.
Yeah, she was
Okay, she
down
hadn't
like
been
50 health.
reshot yet.
Yeah.
Reshot.
There is the 45 caliber gun. It only has 2 shots left in it. And there is not any more ammunition for that gun on him. He, who knows what he was thinking or what he was doing. Anyway, 45 cal, 2 shots.
He was thinking it was real cool.
He was thinking he was gonna fucking win in 1 shot.
Then he got clubbed in the head.
He was thinking maybe he should have gone with a headshot, although he barely fucking hit with the first shot the way it was. So there's that. On him, you also end up finding, let me think here. You find 42 rations.
Nice.
Those are my rations.
Mm-hmm.
She gets eating all of them after killing them.
He's also got his baseball bat.
If only dual wielding was a thing for melee.
He's got his boots. He's got his 2 shirts, his jeans, and his backpack. He's got like a bedroll, mess kit. He's got assorted bottles of cologne and aftershave. He's got a shaving kit in there.
That's why he was failing so hard. He put all his skill points into douchey things.
Beautician? Like, what is it, beautician?
Yep.
Potman will take that shaving kit.
Okay, you can definitely have a shaving kit.
Fuck, the cologne, too.
Alright, you can definitely have that as well.
Just in case showering stops being an option again.
He's got a map of the local region with some places circled, like places he searched and not. Along with like a little sort of like notes next, like he's going to Boonesboro next and working his way down. He searched all along, like northern Maryland. Was just working his way down. That's it. No, I did forget something else. He did, in addition, have...
A suicide bomb.
He had a collection of 10 throwing knives on him.
Huh.
That's an interesting thing for him to have. Maybe he would have killed her if he had been using those.
And that's all.
What I was going to say when
you were biting your tongue earlier.
at any point you could have held down your radio button and he wouldn't have noticed you were transmitting.
Well, I could have done that, but I think it worked out for the better.
Or the horn.
Really? For the better? Well, the horn would have told him that
Sure.
she let people know, but you could just hold down the button because you're already sitting there and you probably wouldn't notice.
I'm not.
It definitely did not turn out for the better.
I think cinematically it turned out for the better.
You're almost dead again.
I'm okay with this.
You're taking more damage than Tony is.
At any rate, we'll end the session there with you folks gathering that stuff, and if you want to head back to Fort Drake, then basically we can end with you arriving at Fort Drake.
I think we need Briggs to take out the bullets out of her.
Both of them.
Well, mechanically, she's already received first aid for those injuries, so Riggs can't help her.
Well,
But he can provide long-term medicine, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That is a technical possibility if Riggs
Will
ever
he?
so.
No.
how about the veterinarian woman?
Crash can provide long-term medicine.
The bullets make me stronger. Leave them in.
Well,
With enough shots, she will become an Iron Woman.
Missy could definitely provide long-term medical care, yes.
There we go. Just get the veterinarian woman to take care of you. Well, you know.
Oh, I mean, Cat is a Yeti. Falls under the veterinary purview, obviously.
Alright, that ends up taking care of the session. Session 21. What'd you four think of the session?
Amusing.
I enjoyed it.
It was definitely amusing to watch someone other than Tony get the shit kicked out of him.
I enjoyed that greatly.
Hey, I also was we got to the point where Tony's like, yeah, I'm not being any use in this fight. You guys have fun.
That last situation there was meant to, be a possible threat. There was one of your party alone. It was like, alright, yeah, I'm just gonna sit there. Alright, I got this. He didn't have it, but it was still the point of the matter. He thought he had that.
The only way he could have put it more on his side is if he just walked up behind the car and without her noticing fired.
That's what her perception plus notice check was for. He tried to be smooth about the approach, but...
Yes.
And with that instance, if he had succeeded on that, that just would have been an instant. You don't have any chance to dodge.
Right.
He still misses.
No, I wouldn't have. Would have given him like a +5 bonus to that and everything.
I see.
For like a station.
Because he would have taken the time to really line up the shot.
He would have. Mm-hmm.
And then he would have sneezed.
No. I'm not saying that it was impossible for him to miss. I'm just saying I would have given him some pretty stout bonuses, like I would have given any of you. But no, Cat hurt him. And since she was out there on her own, he had a gun.
He thought he was cool.
I'm not really sure what his long-term plan was.
Well, there's no telling. You can't exactly interrogate him.
Yeah, but it's like, what? Kill her and walk away? Like, what does that accomplish?
It accomplishes being a douche.
Well, he succeeded in one of those aspects.
Probably make sure that no one knows you found out about the fort, then go try and stealthily kill people in the fort and steal their shit. I don't know.
And then gets
He
punched.
was a tactician, not a tactician.
It was like he wasn't outfitted, unless he had a stash nearby, he wasn't outfitted to assault a place that might have
Like I said, he was a
people.
tactician, not a tactician.
Or maybe he figured the bullets he had would be enough to take care of us, and he wouldn't have to use almost all of them on one person.
He did not realize that Kathlyn Maverick went to the school of Dodge out a window.
Out a window, around a car.
Wait. Was the car hit?
Yeah.
Like 3 times.
The car
Damn
has
it.
definitely sustained 45 caliber shots.
Does it still work?
Yes.
Okay, we're fine. We're good. We're fine.
Does it still work?
The windshield was kind of jacked to begin with anyway.
Yeah, I was about to say, I step in the windshield, I'm like, what windshield?
Thought there was enough of a windshield to do that on.
But yeah. Now, before we end up dispersing, Ryan and Jordan had mentioned before the session last week that they had severe concerns about the session basically coming to an end and like petering out with sort of like, all the goals are taken care of, there's no more concerns, and it becomes stagnant. Does that concern still exist immediately? Because I ended up suggesting we'll give it 2 sessions.
Well, no, like, as long as we're still doing stuff and being mobile, like, that's fine. It's just my thing is when it comes down to, okay, we're passing 2-3 months at a time, what do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're going to pass 3 more months because there's really nothing to go do. Like,
I mean, right now is like once we get water.
We still have
parts.
goals and stuff right now.
Yeah, that's the thing. Once we get like the immediate food is like suddenly taken care of, it's like, what do we do?
Right, and every time we have to venture out of the fort, we have to go into danger situations, so
yeah,
it's not boring.
I do have a question though, Grimith.
What's up?
Would another level of hard to kill be justified after that?
How many levels do you have now?
Let's see, I think I have 2.
I think after the past 2 sessions...
1, I have 1.
Okay. I think after the past 2 sessions, Kathlyn has proved herself worthy of another level of hard to kill. Considering that she went down to the negative hit points and was pretty much another hit away from death.
She was in the negative hit points and still killing dudes.
That the encounter was definitely meant to be a viable threat, especially for a situation where no radio was used to try to alert the group, which was certainly a viable possibility, and he would not have known.
It's just taking it cool.
Yep.
It's kind of the point of having the radios.
Wanted to stay somewhat civilized.
But things that, Kat might not assume the inherent evil in people. She was obviously at a disadvantaged position anyway, and, he walked away, so it's,
Look at the people she hangs out with. Is there any question about the inherent evil?
Seriously.
Trusty Tony is true neutral.
And it's not to say, like, the guy who, she killed might not have been evil, but he just saw an opportunity there.
Half the party was made back when the party's theme was, let's be shady as fuck.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Tony
Fletch still follows that theme.
Tony is true auto. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
He is a car.
Yeah.
Dog.
3 experience points for all. We should be fine to have a session next Monday, unless any of you has an event or occurrence that would derail that.
Not that I know of.
Not off the top of my head.
I'm glad that you were able to join us for this session, Chris.
Yeah, Time Warner is really good at what they do.
Would have been very different if you weren't here.
Yeah, we wouldn't have seen, the epic bat.
Well, if events had played out the same, Grimith would have had to roll for you, and then you'd be fucked.
Yeah.
No, I would have left Kathlyn healing at Fort Drake instead of around.
Well, she's kind of has to heal now because
I do need to heal at this point. I think.
I think being at 0 life points qualifies as you don't have to go out on scavenging excursions.
I think.
But we got 4 seats. We can't just go out with 3 people.
That's like, what are we gonna do? We just get.
And you have to keep the party together. Shit.
We all know there will suddenly be a zombie there. Actually, no, the hand will get me while I'm healing.
What the fuck, Aaron?
What?
What the? Oh wait, that's Chris.
Hi.
I thought it was Aaron who linked it for a minute. I'm sorry, I've been up since 6 a.m., but whatever.
I like how
That link seems
That
too
definitely looks
dangerous.
like something that I might send.
Is it anvils? Is it
No.
anvils again?
No, it's
It's weirder.
it's a man becoming a car.
Alright, with that in mind, the next session will pick up the day after this one, so it'll be August 13th. I will go ahead and deduct food, but then I need to add food as well. I gave you all 42 and then an extra 5 rations, so, let's see, that's 47 minus 45. You gain 2 rations. So basically you fed the entire Fort Drake outfit for that day.
Okay,
I
I
don't know what
haven't.
you're talking about. I'm keeping his rations as my private stock.
You're
So,
unconscious. We looted it. Shut up.
yep.
What's
Grimace,
up,
I
George?
think Trusty Tony is going to try to up his intelligence to 4.
And, you have not upped that already, right?
No, I have not.
Alright, then I think that's fine.
Trusty Tony's being more of a thinking man, because He had to work on a
he
car.
realized it's possible to run out of bullets.
Yeah, so I had to think for a minute. I'm like, how do I deal
After
with
that dignity -3 situation.
Yeah.
That's been like 3 sessions in a row his ego's been hit.
Yeah, I know. And as for that whole, like, combat occurrence, I'm just following the rules as I've read them in All Flesh Must Be Eaten, with how, like, melee and ranged combat work. It's possible I'm misinterpreting the situation, but this is tactical.
I skimmed over it trying to find it, and I couldn't find exactly what I was thinking of. It might even be a different system.
One other question. How much experience would I have to spend to lose a drawback?
The same cost.
It would be that, and it would have to be through roleplay. I would need to see that you are actively working to try to drop a drawback.
Alright, so Tony has to be extremely cautious then.
He would have to be not reckless, which, from what I saw in this session, he's still reckless.
Okay.
And
I'm not even going to ask about the addiction nicotine, because that thing always just pops up every now and again to give me like the minus. That'll pop up and give me the -1 of death eventually. It will.
What's up, Ryan?
Especially with Ray mooching cigarettes off of you.
God damn.
Oh, yeah.
The only penalty thing that I can think of is just the modifiers table, where like a very difficult action is minus whatever, etc.
Yeah, it's possible that I was wrong, but you know, I made my rulings as it were, and Cat survived, so it worked out. If anything, I ruled in the player's favor, which is not an immediate bad thing. Which I don't think is so bad. That's right, we did a team of 1 person. It's just a situation there where you see 1 person off on their own in the survival horror game.
But if she didn't trip, like, that would have been the end of it.
She's not a cheerleader.
And, luck was on Chris's side, or Cat's side, because the gentleman in question did roll rather poorly.
On the damage? Well, on a lot of things.
On his shots.
Like, on a lot of things.
Like the one there in particular.
Yeah. Yes, okay.
Are we going to take time to loot the town?
I thought that's what we did with all the guns.
That's pretty, like, all the loot stuff that I printed down was, like, what you guys found in the barricaded area.
If we just skim through the rest of the town, it's obvious that they had already looted it.
Yeah, they already thoroughly.
This is the stuff that we could find.
That you could find there. With the 2 successes that Trusty Tony got through scavenging. Whatever they did, they might have taken the rest of it with them. It might have been destroyed. Other people might have ran through here. It has been a long time since you've been here, a month.
Definitely upon finding the rest of the pistols and stuff, I'll keep my own 9mm as well then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just basically took half the ammo we found and refilled up my gun.
Hey,
Yeah, I guess I can take the other half if nobody else needs it.
We just have empty pistols. We have empty 9mm now.
Potman would like the other half of that 9mm.
Okay.
Unless, actually, yeah, you don't really have enough.
I've got 11 shots plus 245. I don't really consider 245 a viable.
Well, 1 for the zombie and 1 for you.
But if the zombie dies, why do I need the 1 for me?
What if you miss?
1 for the zombie, 1 for Tony.
Well, at least you're thinking about me, man.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, then, yeah, Potman will take 10 bullets.
All right.
Upgrading from 22 to 9mm.
And,
you're playing with big boy toys.
And I am assuming that you guys want to continue with the next day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we have goals that need to be achieved. I'm just not sure how, like, I don't want Chris to be completely cut out of being able to do much of anything.
Hey, what's the damage code on a 9mm?
I can go around
6 times 4.
Yeah, 6 times
shuffle
4.
and talk to people as I'm bleeding everywhere.
Yeah, but come on, like, that's not going to be a very...
No, I'm fine. I actually talk to people. With my guts hanging out.
Your guts aren't hanging out, man.
Look, you are a torso mummy. Like, Potman fondled you profusely and everything.
You're welcome.
Potman got some, finally.
Potman got some Yeti. Even like Ryan's like, doesn't matter. There.
Oh yeah, when there are options, yeah. I mean, look, even the unconcerned citizen decided to shoot her rather than try to seduce her.
The unconcerned citizen.
Well, he obviously wasn't a concerned citizen.
he had concerns. Just
you explained the whole thing. Like, he walked up to the car, he checked her out, and then he still decided to shoot her. Like, yeah.
All right. With that in mind as well, since we're going to be starting a day, that means that, Aaron, we're going to be looking into wonderful endurance point loss for you next session.
Yeah!
More negatives.
We're going to have to keep track of that. All right, he already had the -1 of death. He might get up to a -3 of death.
Ooh.
Fuck yeah!
He was making all of those rolls to understand the horticulture labs with the -3 of death.
Yep.
Okay, being the only person, I believe, unless Tony's back up there. Tony's pretty high. But, like, there's only so much we can carry here. Like,
With the what?
I wasn't sure if you were still down in the 20s for health.
No, I'm pretty much. I don't know if I'm max.
We can only carry so much.
Oh, I'm only 5 points away from max, but yeah, Tony's. Yeah, the scars of when that thing grabbed me are, they're almost, in place.
That was pretty descriptive. I think that's a good note to end the session.
Yeah.
His entire chest of scar tissue.
Again, if you have any questions or comments, again, I encourage you to message them to me, or if you want to do any NPC interactions, there's basically going to be the night passing, it'll be morning. And if you want to talk more about your plans and what you want to do so you can hit the ground running next session,
I really wish people would.
that's fine with me as well.
Hey man, I was talking about all kinds of stuff.
Especially considering the injuries that Kat has sustained, that might change plans that you have.
Okay.
I will talk to you all later.
Bye.
Bye!
That was pained.